Hello. How we doing? How we doing? This is
What's
Gaga Guy 88, and I'm here with the one and only Chaotic BPR,
what's
who
going
just
on, brother?
saw something that I had done purposefully. But yes, so subscribe is spelled wrong because it gets more reaction. See, you said, "Hey, subscribe is spelled wrong." You told me that. I was like, "That's exactly right. That's what you're supposed to do. Just spell one thing wrong so that they'll talk to you."
Nice icebreaker.
There you go. There you go. But we're here. Um, we has heard all this news and it's been kind of bubbling up inside of me.
Mhm.
And I was like, we should just go live. We should just go live. And so I got a hold of Chaotic and I was like, do you just want to go live? And he's like, let's do it. Let's do it.
Let's
So
go.
how you doing today, Chaotic?
Good, man. I got switched to morning shifts, so I've been getting some night times off. And man, I was talking to y'all and talking through Discord and everything about the announcements after I got off work, and then I decided to take a little nap because I was just like, man, I want to talk about it, but I don't want to do a stream. And
Yeah.
then you're like, hey, man, let's do a stream. I'm like, all right, cool. I'll do it on somebody else's channel. I don't want to do it on
You're
mine.
like, I don't wanna host one, but
Uh,
I'll definitely
yeah.
do one. Yeah. So but yeah, just thought, we go over a few things, talk to the people, see kind of what your feelings are on stuff. I'll tell you my feelings on stuff, and just kind of go from there. And look who else has joined the building. I knew he wouldn't be too far behind.
Yo, I'm hype, man. I'm hype.
That was the most silent hype I've ever seen in my life from
I
you.
had to mute because I was playing it double self. I was like, "Oi, let's go. Let's do this."
I saw you in the chat, and I was like, "Oh, I'll invite him on too." So
I
we'll
was like, "Let's
see.
do
We'll
this.
see.
I want to talk so bad." I know. I was like, "I'm about
'Cause-
to go on somebody's stream, man. It's building up."
Yeah. So you're not slapped on here like Chaotic is because we kind of but you're still in here. You're still in here.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
I
Do
got
it.
my
Let's do
own
it.
logo. I bring my logo wherever I go.
There
There
you
you
go.
go. There you go. You got
Yeah.
your own logo.
Bring your own logo, guy.
Bring your own logo kind of day. Are we
That's
excited,
awesome.
guys? Are
That's
we
awesome.
excited? How's my
Oh, we are
sound?
so
Sometimes
excited.
Restream screws up my audio, but
No, you're good, man. You're clear.
all right, man. Let's do this.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
do
And
this.
so this is like a no pressure stream too, guys. So, in the chat or whatever, we're just kind of chilling and talking about everything because it's just been so much today that we're just like, let's just talk with everybody and see how
Yeah.
everybody's feeling. So
I don't
it's
have to
just gonna
plan on
be
anything. We just kind of
yeah,
like it's just a chill.
yeah.
What's up,
Just
B?
take it all in.
What's
Chill
going
and
on?
It's
chat.
like I feel like I
Chill and
haven't
chat.
talked to you in forever, man.
I know, man. Taking a little bit of time off, man.
I
Relax a
know,
little
man.
bit.
I know we
Yeah.
kind of like miss each other. We see each other, we talk to each other every day, but it's like
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a whole different ball game when it comes to a stream, right?
we doing a stream together, man. And it's I think this first time we're
Yeah.
all on Mr. Cooper, I call him, but Gallagher guy's channel, man.
Yeah. I know yeah, he's been on once. He was on my you over there. Yeah. He was on my community show. He popped in. Chaotic
Okay,
did.
okay.
So he's been on once.
Awesome. This is fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
So
mean, I'm so hyped. I mean, the news is going like crazy. It's just like overwhelming.
And
Like one thing after
it's not
another.
over yet.
What's that?
It's not over yet. I mean, they're doing like some kind of like gameplay of it at 10 o'clock at night.
I know James said he went to go play it. He hit it up in Discord that he was on to go to see John D's machine. So haven't heard anything from him.
Yeah.
So this is in his hotel room, or is it actually at like CES?
I'm pretty sure it's at a hotel room.
Yeah, who cares? Who cares what it's at? He's going to play it.
Jokade, what's going on, buddy?
Yeah, it's like going to John D's hotel room. Hopefully, all you're doing is playing some arcade games. You know what I'm saying?
You never know with
all
John
you
D.
You never know with John D.
You never know with John D.
Yeah. You never know. You never know. Okay, so we can just kind of. I already had this kind of up. Oh, of course, I got stinking ads.
What you got planned for us? What you got planned for us? What do you want to talk
I want
about?
to share this. Let's start with the first announcement, even though you're going to see like an ad here for a second. Let me go ahead and share this.
What ads? What?
Yeah, ads. I have ads, man.
Yes.
Yes. So this is the.
Okay, we're talking about Glenn's thing.
Yeah, Glenn's. This is the first announcement we got today, 10 o'clock. Um, so I figured that's where we kind of start. How things are going.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Start in the morning and we'll work
Yeah,
our
yeah,
way
yeah.
down.
So this is Glenn's Build-A-Cade, full size Build-A-Cade. He had at 10 a.m. just brought it out and started talking about all the cool functionalities it's going to have, as well as a lot of different features that this thing is going to bring to the table. Uh, I don't know. Was there anything you guys in particular that you really liked about this cab, or anything that you were like wowed by in particular, or anything like that?
I mean, it's got a lot of bells and whistles. Uh,
Got all the whistles. It's got every
yeah.
whistle you could think of and more.
I mean, yeah, it's hard to. It's. I'm not really excited about any of this stuff right now because I.
What? Not anything?
No, not really, man. I'm sorry. It's just it's full size. It's heavy as crap. Um,
Wallet.
and right now, the one he's showing, of course, is not the final product. And I know I do love the fact that the control decks are swappable. And I know it's like the Build-A-Cade, the miniature one, where you can actually put different sides on it to make it look like a Donkey Kong cab or Nintendo style cab. Um, I'm like other people though. I'd be super excited if it was the 26-inch monitor, instead. And of course, he makes some announcements today about that kind of stuff. So I'm cautiously optimistic, basically, is what I'm trying to say about
Cautiously.
the GRS cab right now.
Yeah, yeah. What about you, Gamer Fridge?
Can I have an
You
unpopular
can have
opinion
all the unpopular opinions.
without getting
Unsubbed.
like
Okay, we're not on his channel. We're on his channel. Go to his channel. No, so don't
Right, right.
so never mind.
I I think it looks ugly as far as the aesthetic of it. To me, it just looks ugly. I mean, I get what it's supposed to be. I think, I really feel, I wish he would just go all in on the Nintendo style cab. If he wants to go Nintendo, if he's doing the shape for the Nintendo style cab, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? Um, if he wants that, go all in on that style.
Absolutely.
This half, like, I'm just not digging that look. I'm just like, we've had so much, an Arcade One Up has like really perfected a before they started the Slim Katie, they perfected the look of these cabs to such an extent that I'm getting spoiled because I look at my Blitz cab and I'm loving the aesthetic of it, but then when I look at this, it's like three steps backwards. It's almost like I rather had the shark fin look than this. And I know that bezel he's thinning up, but that bezel is humongous.
Yeah.
So I'm, as far as like functionality and everything, if I want something ugly, I have my arcade that does the exact same thing. So that has all the bells and whistles of, it has everything this has. So it's just, I'm just not digging the look. And isn't that half the battle on these for us at
Yeah.
least?
Yeah. I was gonna say,
But
what do you think
in
about like
like Chaotic said, it's also full size and it's gonna be huge. I mean, I know there's some toys coming. I've been privy to some information. There's some really good add-ons coming to this
Yep.
that people are gonna be excited about. But yeah. Um that's where I'm at with it. I already have it. So
Yeah, so
go buy the switcher if you have an
so
arcade.
how do you think compared to, because everyone says that the At Games Legends Ultimate is also very ugly. Like even though it's a great cab, but like it just kind of looks ugly. So
Right.
which do you think looks uglier in your mind?
The old one, I think this one.
Wow.
This one looks a lot better because of the glossy deck and the art looks better. The shape, I get it. It's not. I kind of can forgive the shape a little bit better on this one than this. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you guys like the shape? I mean, am I wrong? I just wish if they were gonna go Nintendo, go
Well,
Nintendo.
Yeah.
to
If
me,
you're gonna go that
it's
shape.
not the final product, right? So the marquee section is shrinking.
But look at the minis. They're exactly the same shape. He's going for that Build-A-Cade look, and look at all his Build-A-Cades behind him. They're all
I get it.
exactly
I
that
get it.
shape.
I think if you're gonna do like multiple different like swappable control panels, there's a possibility that you
Mhm,
could actually do some kind of like side work shape like they did with the Build-A-Cade, adding 3D printed parts to make it look like a Nintendo cab. I think having those options available when it becomes, I think it's going to be a lot better. I think if it looked more finished, I think your opinion would kind of change a little bit if it had like actual artwork on it. Marquee had artwork, it would look more like a finished product. I think you would feel a little bit better about it. But
mhm.
I get it what you're trying to say. It it looks awkward right now, but I'm glad to see that it's starting to have like a it's starting to look like it's physically you can see it. It's physically there. It's no longer a 3D model. Um, and that part is more exciting.
So, are we on a there's 2 different chats or something? Because I have one here
Yeah,
going
we're semi-casted
that's
between me and, Chaotic's channels. You can, like, see them both.
okay, I'm going nuts. I was like, "Why
Yeah.
am I not seeing half the
Yeah,
chat?"
yeah, yeah. So some of them
Okay.
are on Chaotic,
Okay,
some of 'em are
okay.
mine, kinda like what he does with,
Okay,
half a
okay.
dozen.
I was like,
Yeah.
"What is going on?" I'm like, "Why am I seeing all these chats?" Okay, I'm fine now.
Exactly. What Garage Gamer is saying here, whenever we have extra cash, something cool comes along, and then there goes all your money. That's just the way it is.
Yeah, of course, man.
Mhm.
This is the time of the year, man.
So
Yep.
we have, uh, Jay thinks this is ugly. Chaotic is kind of in the middle.
Yep.
He's not gonna buy this anyways, but he's kinda like, he kinda gets it, So what about you, chat? Let us know down in the comments. One, you think that it looks sharp, and you're interested in it. Two, you're like, "Nah, this thing is ugly. I don't want to have any part of this. I'm saving my money for something else."
You don't wanna take
Yeah,
sides. Look at you.
Yeah,
You're
I mean,
scared.
yeah.
like I said, I'm cautiously optimistic
Cautiously.
about it. Like I want to see the smaller marquee and the
Mhm.
overhang. I do want to see something with the bezel done a little bit more. And I want him to try and get the weight down as much as possible because that's going to help with shipping if it becomes freight shipping or if it's flat packed. Um, the easier the option and the less cost for him as well as the consumer, the better. So, um, yeah, Garage Gamer totally agree. It looks unfinished, right? Still a prototype model, right? So, um, I guess a lot of people want to see what artwork on it, see if they can just see the vision more better on what he's aiming for, and then what in your mind can you do with it?
I think, if you look when he, showed the video, he had a close up on all the smaller ones to kinda give you that
Look at
feel
this trailer
of,
or
"Man,
this
go get premium, man. Go get premium." What the heck you doing?
You'll never convince me.
Okay. You make your living off of here. So, if you look at the build-a-cades behind him, and what people have done with those, it kinda
Right.
gives you an idea. Um, I just I this is the thing. I have Glenn's products, okay? People can I have the switcher and I have his deck. His and I have the XRK behind me with his trackball. All his products are top notch as far as quality goes. So I have no doubt this thing is going to be a beast, bulletproof. It's going to be a real arcade machine, full size. I just don't know, do we want all that? I mean, we're gonna find out. Does people want it's because that's what people say. I want full size. I want big. I want all the
I'm the
bells and
complete opposite.
whistles.
I don't want full size. I don't want heavy as shit.
Yeah, I don't either. I have. I think the biggest I have is this ALU. Think I'm good. This is about the biggest
Right.
thing I want. This thing is big, huge, cool. I don't think I want another
See,
one because this
I
thing
thought for
is.
sure, especially, you guys, you're very, like, into PC stuff and being able to, like, make these big like, even
Mhm.
stuff like he's showing now where it has, like, a drawer that comes out, you can put your keyboard in and
Mhm.
everything, like, I thought for sure you guys would be, like, all over it. Like, oh man, you can even like have your stuff like kind of hidden away, and
Yep.
still, I don't know.
The problem is he already gave it to us with the iArcade.
And
I have all that now because iArcade has Steam Link, so I can wirelessly hit any Steam game right to it, and then if I don't have it through there, I can switch over to the Viper and then download. The thing is too, here's another caveat for people who think this is going to be a plug and play. Going to be easy to set up. It's not. Arcade is cool. It's not easy. It's very menu heavy, very tedious to get through. It's very customizable. Like you said, people like me can handle that. I think Chaotic
mhm.
could handle that. Uh, Sheldon, I don't
Like, you're
know
like,
if you would have the patience.
I don't have much
No,
patience. I don't have
to
much
be honest,
patience. I will say.
I don't know if you would have the patience to just set it
And
up, you
see,
know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a lot
the
to it
truth
just to
is,
get it
yeah, I can
going.
handle it, but I don't really want to. I'm more
Right.
of a like I buy one of these 3/4 scales because I want it to just be plug and play. And if I was
Yeah.
to say get his cab and I wanted it to be a Donkey Kong or skin like a Donkey Kong, then when I start it up, I want it just to be Donkey Kong, or I can swap it to Popeye or swap it to Mario Bros or any other Nintendo style cabs if I wanted to.
Mhm.
And I like to have that option, and and I can set it up to be that way because I've done it with a Raspberry Pi on a created cab, whatever, on a custom cab that I had. Um, I could set it up that way, but it's just like getting to that and doing all that, having to have the keyboard and mouse and setting it up. It's just tedious. So if you love tinkering, this is totally the cab that you want to get. Like
Oh,
if you're a
yeah.
tinkerer and you want to change stuff up all the time, get this. This is perfect for you. Otherwise, everybody else, if you
Yeah,
want
this is the
multiple
blank
ones,
slate cab. This is like, I need a blank slate. I need to have a vision for something. I need something to start with. This is it. Definitely.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Ichabod says here also, no matter which one is better, you're ultimately going to have more fun if you buy the one that more people bought. So I guess he's talking about like online play, maybe. Maybe that's what he's talking about. Maybe you'll have more fun just because other people can talk about it. I don't know. For me personally, I love this one. Like I thought this was like the bee's knees, just because
Okay.
I don't know, because I have like my Galaga that's full size and my Vuelix that's a bigger, heavier cab. And I don't think they're as hard to move around as what I originally thought. Like once I've had one, I'm like, you kind of get in this place and it kind of just sits there. If I ever want to move it, okay, yeah, there is,
You build up your
yeah,
muscles so you
yeah.
can
I like
throw
you're
it over
working
one
out,
shoulder, freaking
no,
John Henry,
but I obviously they're way more heavier. I mean, RK One Up is what, like 40 pounds,
60, yeah,
and then yeah, 60 pounds, and then my Galaga with the CRT is like 250 pounds, but like, I got a dolly, and honestly, it's not really that hard to really move around, I don't feel, but, I could see how people wouldn't really want, to move that upstairs somewhere or into a basement, so I get it, the size of it. What I do like too, what about this rotating screen? I know that we had talked about it before. I think it was Chaotic you had mentioned, maybe doing like a manual, like turn, like you didn't. We
yeah,
talked about like the At Games Legends
mini,
Mini. Is that the
yeah,
one that does that? You can take it off, physically change it.
Yeah, yeah.
So it made more sense to me after he had mentioned putting his little like hub thing over it, so you can like make it look like a Donkey Kong cab that you have a button to press instead of having to take that all off to turn the screen. That made
yeah,
more sense to me.
yes,
Did that make it seem like more logical to you whenever you heard that?
yeah, absolutely. Um, if you got that separated bezel and screen, glass away from the actual monitor itself, where the monitor's laid down more, in that kind of like aspect for say like a Donkey Kong cab, then yeah, absolutely. But if you ever want to swap it up to a horizontal, you want to be able to turn that yourself instead of trying to rip everything apart to do it yourself. Um, but that's why would you want to swap it to a horizontal, from a
Yeah.
vertical cab if you got it built like a vertical cab style cabinet?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I guess if you have it as a Pac-Man, which I don't know why you make a Pac-Man at this point, but let's just say Pac-Man or like a Donkey Kong or something like
Why are you hating on
well,
Pac-Man?
because there's
What if it's a Galaga?
oh, well, then that's fine, but Pac-Man co
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm
no.
saying. I
Ding,
thought you knew.
guys.
Gee, see?
But, yeah, I understand you probably would never move the screen. I guess it's just good to have the option, I guess. Uh, so yeah, I mean, maybe it's not something that he really needed to do if you're adding in the I don't know, what
I think
when would you use it then as a horizontal if you had that in there? You think people would actually play a horizontal game if they had the Donkey Kong in there? I don't know, maybe people do.
yes, that's the thing. Is this gonna be a multicade? Are you gonna make it a dedicated machine?
You
I
have
guess
that
having those
option.
options. Yeah, so I think that's probably what is he saying, the
Yeah.
2026? Well, how big is the next size? So having that and the option to actually turn it manually and just lock it in. So I think that was actually probably a wise choice. I think Michael B kind of spearheaded that, and we'll give him the credit and the blame for that because
Yeah,
he's the one that was very vocal about
yeah,
doing that. Um, if okay, most of the time you're thinking, when will I? Usually when you have the option to go one way or the other, you usually just pick one and just leave it. You're not gonna really
yeah,
mess around with it. But the fact that it's automatic, I mean, playing this ALU with the pinball machine, I think it would be awesome if it would just turn when I play a pinball game
yeah,
and then turn back when I didn't. So, um, I think that in itself, people who have it and the fact that it's going to do it automatically, just like his four-way to eight-way, absolutely love that feature. Absolutely, I can just pick in a fighting game, picks to the eight-way, and then I go play Pac-Man or Junior Pac-Man or Galaga 3 or whatever. Boom, goes into that four-way, and it's just like, oh, it's such a don't even have to think about it. Absolute game changer too in gameplay of having that option. So the fact that it's going to actually kind of sync with that, I like to see how he's going to implement that because I don't know if because the four-way, eight-way switch, there's programs. He's gonna have to program that.
Yeah.
yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? That's not a feature. That's not a feature anybody else is doing. So that's he's gonna have to talk to our arcade guys and implement that somehow. So he must be working on that part. That's intriguing to me that he's got that kind of backing that he's gonna have somebody specifically programmed for this
Yeah.
specific thing.
So one
So that's the thing, right? Look at just go just make that.
like,
There
don't
you
make the
go.
other thing, just make this, just make a full size to this.
Make that.
Um,
Am I
I
wrong,
mean,
guys?
no,
Am I
you're
am
right.
I
that's the
am I
direction I
wrong?
was talking about. Like, let's get that right there and call it a day.
So
Yeah.
back a few years ago, I had a Galaga cab that had been changed with a retro Pi into like a shooter cab, and basically as soon as you turned it on, it would kick on, and then it would just have like a list of games you could just choose from and play. It had shmups and stuff like
Mhm.
that. Like you're telling me that this is something that you don't think you could do with this cab? Like just have it like pop on and it just have a list of games sitting there you could just play? Like not like a ready to go. It's just something that you're
Um,
gonna have to fiddle with every time you get on.
yeah, no, not right out the box. It will eventually you get
Okay.
there. You get like a Bobby Sarah kind of build. I know Bobby's working on some stuff for the arcade. It's just not. It's a vanilla straight up. They don't put nothing's coming
Yeah.
with it, so he's not adding any games to it unless he licensed something with. I mean, I think he could probably get some licensed games on there. I mean, he has good relationships with some companies, but nothing's going to be coming on it. It does have a downloader. I can speak on arcade. There is a downloader built into it that grabs it from the Internet Archive, and then when that went down later, like late last year, it was offline for a while, and so that came back up. But there, it is a way just to pick a game and download it. That is nice. But and honestly, if you guys know anything about networking, it actually shows up on your network. If you have a PC net or like on your Windows, you can actually see it and just drag things over to it. So you can get games out. Otherwise, you're popping out SD cards, putting in your computer, copying games over, putting it back in. Um, like you said, it's a tinker thing. It's not a if you're thinking it's going to be just a turn it on and you're going to be playing games. You're going to be having to do some work.
Yeah. So this is a question that's been popped up a couple of times. If you turn the 19-inch vertical, is it taller than the 26-inch? Someone else had asked the same question too. Is it taller than does that equate, if you put the
S-
borders on there, does that equate to 19 inches?
So screen measurements diagonal to diagonal. So that's how they do it. Like a 19-inch, they go from one corner to the other. So getting the dimensions, you would have to actually look at um
Uh,
which one's
Someone
which.
Google that in the chat and let us know.
And it also depends on the bezel of the monitor too. And if it
Yeah.
doesn't have much of a bezel, then
That was one thing I was thinking
but that's
of when it
screen
came to
size.
the rotating screen is how you supposed to put like a bezel around that. Like it's gonna have to stay black, right? Because if you're turning it all the time, you can't really have something. I mean, unless it also rotates and makes sense. I don't know.
They're gonna have to get creative. You ever seen those arts where it's like the same thing, no
Yeah,
matter if it's sideways? They're gonna have to get creative for that.
yeah,
That it's gonna be like some artists out there is gonna have to be quite creative. And do you think some of the features of this is it kind of overkill? I mean, do we really want a active coin door? I mean, I would like to see that maybe as an option if you wanted it. And maybe keep some price down and weight down. That thing's gonna,
yeah.
you know, that's not a cheap
I don't think this
mechanism.
is going to be very because you have an LCD monitor now. I think it's going to be like because what makes the old ones so heavy, not just the wood, but also the CRT and those things. It's like
Yeah, the
it
CRT
adds a
definitely.
ton of weight to it. Like you have one that has an LCD in it, it's not near as bad. Um, so I don't know.
Yeah, this thing isn't very heavy at all.
Yeah, yeah,
Big, but it's not very
yeah,
heavy. I just know how well built his deck is for the iArcade. That sucker is bulletproof, man. He's not messing around with that thing. That wood is thick. It's
Mhm.
quality stuff, quality sticks and everything. So I just know I just know his thing for quality. I can just imagine this thing being a big boy.
yeah. And this
That's
is
a
what
big
makes it cool
boy.
too is that if you want to have again, he gives you all the options. Like if you want to have a different type of arcade that has the Akari Warrior sticks or the yoke,
Hmm.
you can get different decks that's going to fit on these. So there is, if you're looking for a specific type of you know, control, then he has that for you that maybe you can't find anywhere else, or you don't want to mess with old versions of it. So, I mean, that's also kind of a plus, I think.
Yeah.
I like the
Um,
coin door. Honestly, that's me. I have one for the Galaga. I just think it's neat just to like pop a quarter in there and hear the chink down. But I get what you're saying too about that.
What if he could knock $100 off the price if he didn't add it?
I mean, whatever.
I don't know. I'd
I
be
mean,
tough. I don't. I guess save $100. I might do it, but I'd really like to have it.
well, that's like they make it an
Yeah, yeah,
option.
yeah. I think little.
I do like the
Not
fact
Yeah,
that he is working with Pixelcade and having Pixelcade marquees.
okay. Sean said it's a must. I'm just wondering what people are thinking if that's really
remember he
an
had to beat
option
John
that
D.
everybody wanted, or because I mean, people just you really gonna put quarters in it?
Yeah, so this is true too. That's why this is coming out. He says it's going to be with the
That's
Yeah.
true too.
19-inch monitor that can rotate. It's going to be under 1,000. And then if you have the 26-inch monitor, so it's going to be a little over 1,000. So we don't know what it's looking like, what shipping's going to look like. We don't know. But the reason why he can keep this so cheap is because he doesn't have to worry about licenses and trying to, um,
Mhm.
you know, trying to pay for those the tens of thousands of dollars you have to put into slapping a Sega sticker on something.
I'll sell you some Sega stickers.
You know. All in all, I think it's a good
Yeah.
product. I think it's going to be interesting. I can't wait till these kind of get shipped out. And we're able to see more details and be able to really,
I'm such a
yeah,
downer.
you are. You're such a downer.
Such a
It's
Debbie
a down.
Downer.
The problem is I already have this, so it's not for me. I mean, there's no reason for me to buy
Yes, Jay, we
this
want to put quarters in
because
it.
I have. You want to put
That's what
quarters in
MG
it.
says.
No, realistically, ask yourself how often are you going to use it?
The quarters?
Yeah.
Oh, probably not very much. It's like a
See,
Or you can just
Shotgun
hit the
Sean has a
button
great
and say,
idea.
screw
I
it.
put my quarters in my KI2 cab. You would be amazed how much money I've
Uh-huh.
saved.
yeah. That's what your savings account is. It's this machine.
That's your bank?
Yes.
Okay, if you're gonna use it
Hey,
for
make it a
something, make
yeah.
it a bank,
Yeah, there
and
you
then
go.
you like you get to cash out all your paychecks and quarters, and then see how it goes.
$5 super chat
And then
to get a hat that has the bill in the front rather than the side.
There we go, right? So I won't be so gangster.
why you hating on you? Why I like the side bill. That's he just don't know. He just don't know, man. Wear like he should.
Yeah. Well, that's Glenn's product. I think that we covered that.
Like
Is there anything else that you
I
have?
this is the thing. I don't want people to think I'm hating on Glenn's stuff. Already have all
I
this, so
Oh,
this is
it's
not
it's
like
too late, Jay. You
yeah.
unsub
just
from Jay.
just I reside at Galaga Guy 88's channel.
I'm look, in all seriousness, I'm excited to see more and see the
Yeah.
changes he does because I mean Glenn is a big part of this community and he listens to what people want and he takes everything in
Mhm.
stride, like any kind of criticism, and he'll make these changes to it. So I'm looking forward to his community
Mhm.
feedback, how he feels about it, and then to see what a more closer to a final product looks like.
He'll probably comment on this video and rebut everything I said. So and he does. He communicate. I communicate with him. I hit him up on Facebook, and he hits it up, and he replies, and he, like you said, he takes criticism. I did a review on his stuff, man. I know how arcade works, and it's as a tinkerer, as a person who does like doing all this stuff, it is fun to play with, and you can do a lot of cool things. The online stuff, I haven't really played with that yet, but there's a lot to do with it. And if you guys are willing to put in the work, you're going to get something really cool out of
Yeah.
it. If you want just plug and play, it's going to be a challenge for you. That's basically what I want to say about it.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Okay. Well, we'll move on to the next thing that was announced today that everyone was.
Now, this is probably the thing I would be all hype
Yeah,
about.
yeah. I'll share this here. I want to share the whole window because I got a couple of the tabs up here. Iconic Arcade uh, comes out of the blue thanks to P Dubs Arcade Loft that was spamming their
The refresh
web
button.
page.
The
Yeah,
refresh
he
on
was like
the webpage, yeah.
refresh until it popped up. So all these people at CES are, supposed to be there to uncover all this news, and and P Dubs and Michael B
P Dubs gets it
are like
first.
getting everything first before any of them do. Um, so it's cool that he found this out long beforehand. Definitely, a lot of different thoughts about this one. What do you guys think? First impressions. How do you feel about it? Are you gonna buy it? All that fun stuff.
Who do you want to go first? I think
You do. You go chaotic.
me. Okay.
You go, man.
So like I'm one of the type of people out there that are just like, great Street Fighter. This is not what I wanted. Um, I got an arcade one up Big Blue that I've turned into a deluxe model, thanks to GI Joel. Um, I've also am making it even bigger and try to get it to like an XL style. I'm gonna put 99 Lives arcade deck on it, and there's a bunch of mods I'm gonna do to it. It has all the games I want on it right now, so I'm not interested in this per se. Now, also being that this is the first like full scale, or excuse me, 9/10 scale arcade that Iconic Arcade and John D's working together on, I want to get them to get all the kinks out, right? For me personally, I want to see what comes after this. Are you gonna be the one trick pony and just do Capcom and do a Street Fighter, or are you gonna do other properties as well? That's where I'm curious about. So, like me, I'm going to hold off on this, even though there is some things I like about it, being able to HDMI out and stream from it and do all that kind of cool stuff. I just don't really care for another Street Fighter cab for me personally. I like the size. I don't think they said anything about the weight. They just said the size, right? 67 inches and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm
So
interested
over
to see how
here they
much
go
exactly
into
does it weigh. Probably gonna be probably around 90 to 110 pounds is what I'm guessing if he used the same MDF. Um, and to me, the price isn't bad compared to how big it is and the size it is. I am interested in seeing how the operating system's set up because I know it's running on a Raspberry Pi 5. Now, Raspberry Pi 5, I've got lots of experience with Pis. I know like how open ended it is and how you can just put different kinds of systems on it. I'm curious to see like do they block that kind of stuff? Like how did they get Capcom to say, yeah, you can put a Raspberry Pi, you can put our stuff on a Raspberry Pi, and we're not worried about other people side loading games or copying your software and putting it on another Pi or putting it into another cabinet.
Mhm.
Um, or taking more of our Capcom ROMs and throwing them on there. We're not worried about that. So I kind of want to see what's the limitations that they put on it, if they put anything on it. And then gosh, I don't remember where else I was going with it, but I would like to see how like the online system works. I saw it has online play and leaderboards. Like that's what the trailer said. So I'm curious to see what that looks like and how that plays.
Another great feature was they have the HDMI out
Yeah,
functionality, which a lot of people have been, pandering for RK1 Up to do for a while.
That's gonna be
So it's
huge.
like we can
That's
finally
huge.
stream straight out the board with it for YouTubers and stuff. That'll be awesome to finally have that.
yeah.
What about you, Jay? What do you think?
And that's gonna uh I'm really hype about this. I don't have a Street Fighter, and if my sync is off, it's because of Restream. I've seen it on a bunch of different I don't know what's going on with Restream, but something's going on. So don't pay attention to my
Same thing
video if
happened to
it
Rascal
bugs
on
you.
Biggie D.
Uh yeah,
Yeah,
it's just it happened on Biggie D's too. It's some with Restreams, really
yeah.
weird. But anyway, I'm really liking it. I'm really digging the look. I'm look. At first I thought I would like the alpha better, but then I started seeing the side art of Street Fighter 2. I don't have a Street Fighter, so this would be the ultimate Street Fighter cab. Has everything. You think about it, it's got all of
Yeah.
them. It's got the Alpha series, it's got Third Strike that everybody's been wanting. It's got all the 1, 2, and all the twos all down the line. Um, so if you're into Street Fighter, this is the one to
Yeah,
get.
hands down. If you don't
So
have a Street Fighter, this is the one to
yeah,
get.
Yeah.
yeah. So I mean, the price is right in mark with what Arcade One Up has been doing. It seems like it's a little bigger. I don't know what 9/10 scale means. It just
Well,
throwing
they said this was
7.
67 inches?
Yeah, so
Now
you're going
my,
from like what, 56 to 67 or 58 to 67?
yeah, my
So what would be the like the KI cab? How would that compare? Or even to your
Oh,
Big
I mean,
Blue,
my
how would
Big
that
Blue
compare
is
to that?
it's gonna be bigger than that because I think that is I
well,
think I got that at 64 right now or 65.
my, Galaga is 72 inches. So this is like 5 inches, like, lower than a Galaga cab. I don't know. Yeah.
Okay.
So
So it's like right in that middle. So I mean, I mean the game selection. We finally got something new, guys. This is what I'm hype
Yeah.
about. There's finally some new games out there. Um, the game selection is pretty cool. I mean, you're getting the Alpha series. Come on now, don't begging for that and to be in a, a full size cab. Uh, Questioning the deck. What do you guys think of the deck? That slant. I would prefer the one that Arcade One Up did. That I don't know what you call it. I know it has some weird name that everybody
The
seems to
Dynamo
know for
cab?
some reason.
yeah.
Thank you. Um, that style, but this is close. What were you pointing out there? That
Yeah,
little
what is
switch.
that?
What
That's
was
what I
that?
was like, is that like the on and off switch you think? Or what I don't know
It
what that
looks like a
is.
logo, like a John D joint, maybe. It looks like a
Okay.
Is it? I thought somebody said the on off was at the top. See that red button at the
Yeah, so I'm
top?
wondering what
either
this
that
Go
or
up.
that could be
Keep
a
going up.
menu
this right
system.
here.
No, up,
Oh,
up, up,
here?
up top
This?
of the screen, right there.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
That looks
I
like a
don't know what
sticker.
that is either.
Somebody was saying that
No,
was
I
on
hope
a
I don't
not.
like
Switch.
this bezel. I don't know if that's the way the bezel was, like, originally, but I don't like this, like, plain black bezel either. Like, I don't know if again, that could be how this I don't know. I don't know why they just left it blank, I guess. Just kinda weird to me. For this one, the other one it's not, but this one it is.
Yeah, maybe put that side art on
Yeah,
there or
slap
something like
something
that.
up there.
I'm hyped for it. I think the raspberry. Everybody's like, it's just a Raspberry Pi. Blah blah blah. That's a very powerful, especially the 5. That's very powerful.
Yeah,
That's going to be able to run this very smooth. I
made
think
me laugh hard.
I have to ask Mystery Encoder, but I can at least do up to PS2 very well, maybe PS3. Um,
Yeah.
so that it just gives you an idea what how powerful this thing is. And like we talked about on our show, they just came out with they're rumored to come out with a 16 gigabyte one with more memory on these things. So
So a lot of people are saying they think it's a USB port.
I'm
They think
hyped for
that's a
this thing.
USB port.
It could be.
Oh, on the
It
bottom?
could be
That
for like
this right
controllers
here.
or whatnot.
Oh, dude, see that opens up so many things. And like you said, the HDMI for
MG says it's
streaming,
a hidden vape.
fighting. There's a whole fighting community. It's a hidden vape.
So you can uh, don't people have jobs?
Yeah, this one I'm pretty hype about. I mean, if you're going for the one, one cab to play Street Fighter, I think this is the one to go. And everybody's like, "Oh, I wish it was this or that." I mean, what did you expect? It's John D. I'm shocked it's iconic arcade. I I hope the quality is a step up. I think if you can get these into stores, um, even like a Sam's Club or a Costco, uh, these are going to sell.
Yeah,
Especially if you see that
that's
somebody
no,
puts one of
that's
those
definitely a
together and they can walk
USB.
up.
You can see in this picture, that's definitely a USB
Okay.
port.
Nice.
Yeah. So, which
There you
leads me
go.
to my next thing about this, which Say and Spirits in the Discord had mentioned. There was an article brought out by this PR Newswire, and in the article
MG.
it says throughout the year, Iconic Arcade will unveil additional licenses and titles,
Yep.
including some of the best-selling arcade games of all time. So it's saying here that there's going to be additional licenses and titles, but it doesn't say cabs. So kind of almost like, could they add more games to this? Are they planning on making more cabs? Like, which way do you think that that might be meaning by unveiling additional licenses and titles when it comes to this?
If you're unveiling additional licenses, I expect that to be more cabs. Because more titles, that could be downloadable, or that could be, if you did set up a store, like an online store, you could set that up. But
Well, John D did
yeah,
talk about that at the end of his run at Arcade One Up, that he was for having stores, and he was talking about having all those cabs connected, that they were going in that direction.
Yeah, because it says here expanding the lineup throughout the next year, Iconic Arcade will unveil additional licenses and titles, but it doesn't say like additional cabs. I don't know. It could go either way, I guess, in my mind. But it'd be kind of cool if you could just be like, "Hey,
He's like that intentionally, though. He's
yeah,
vague intentionally,
yes,
so
yes,
so you can't really lock him down. I never said that. You said that, but I didn't say that.
yeah." That's an HDMI port out, you clowns.
You said it was going to be $333. I didn't say it was going to be $333.
Hmm. I just left me whenever he had said that, I was like, that's pretty curious. Like I don't know. That could go that'd be kind of cool if they came out and said, "Hey, on the Street Fighter cabs, you can start having an online library. We can buy like you do with pinball packs for your 4KP. Like, oh yeah, you can just start buying different games. I'd be more inclined to get one of these. Um.
Yeah, how do you feel about that,
Uh.
I'm
Rye?
Yeah.
I am actually more interested in this than I am in Glenn stuff, only because like I said, I like that plug and play. I like the model that Arcade One Up was doing, and this kind of continues with that. Um,
But throwing a little bit of that at games love if it wasn't
yeah,
a
yeah.
store.
Like if you did like game packs and stuff like that, you know, like I said, I just don't know how they're going to do that if it's powered by a Pi 5. Like you have to have this thing locked down, and the Pi 5 is just it's too open. Like that is too open source for you to be able to lock it down like with any kind of security, or to spend that type of money to have that security locked down. So
But let's say it's more convenient. Maybe they make it really super easy, and you like I don't want to mess with this. I just want to buy my games and play them, and they make it super simple. Isn't that what the Polycade is kind of going for? If they get something along that line, and if they just make it easy for people to buy stuff, even though you can do it some other way, it's just like when
mhm.
streaming music and stuff and MP3s. Yeah, we could probably go online and rip out all the music we want and get it for free. But when it's easier just to bust out Spotify, hit your playlist and go,
Well, of
it's
course,
more convenient. So I think convenience going to probably win out
yeah,
if they go
I'm
that
totally
route.
on board with
So
supporting, licensors, or people that actually worked on this type of stuff, versus trying to find the right ROM for the right version of MAME and Final Burn Alpha or whatever, and trying to make sure everything runs correctly. And is this a 4-player ROM, or is this a 2-player ROM? I don't want to have to worry about that kind
Mm.
of stuff. Um, I I would
right,
totally love a
right.
store that has like artwork and like, I don't know, all kinds of different like the CRT filters, blah 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 blah. But I don't know. I'm excited, but I was hoping to be more surprised than I was with this. Like, I was just like, don't
Mm.
be a Street Fighter, don't be a Street Fighter, and it's a Street Fighter. So I'm happy for the people that are happy about it. I'm just happy that there's something that got announced and we're actually seeing some stuff going to fruition. I'm excited to see gameplay tonight. I want to see online, see what that looks like. I'm excited about the stuff, but again, cautiously optimistic.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm excited that people are excited about the space again. If you like Glenn's thing, awesome. If you like this, awesome. If you like my arcade for some reason, awesome. I mean, I just think it's cool that we have new things to talk about. And guess what? Arcade One Up hasn't done a dang thing. And honestly, I hope this puts a fire in at games that they already have the store. Why don't you start getting packs and stuff for the arcade machines so we can buy those right now? They already have the infrastructure for this stuff. And like you were saying, your pinball machine on Yo Retro, you have those controller things that people could play those vertical games on, and they don't have any packs for that. Let's start getting packs out. You know what I mean? Start getting licenses and stuff like that. I hope this breeds competition and everybody starts fighting, like trying to get customers and stuff like that, and then we get something cool because we win when there's more people in the game. So I'm glad for everybody who's in the game. I hope they all succeed, and I hope everybody gets to buy whatever they want.
We were hoping, Michael B. We were hoping it would be Street Fighter. We figured it probably would be. But do you think that they finally learned from the Arcade One Up days and have upgraded the buttons and sticks in these compared to what they used to do? Because that's used to be a big issue. Is that those just kind of were stinky. That's what the main thing was. Um, I don't know if these are any different. I mean, there's no way to tell till actually someone plays it, I guess. But these aren't. These are convex. It looks like compared to the concaves, and what we usually got was a concave.
Concave
So
with
that's
the dip inside the buttons.
yeah, yeah. So these are convex. So they're more like the other way. So I mean that's obviously different buttons, but I don't know if they're any better or not.
I mean, I
Hopefully
would
that
think
they
that
are.
would probably be Justin Wong's feedback, because him and
Yeah,
B Kong both love that convex button style.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
it, just the way it feels and everything, I guess, when they're playing. So it'd be a nice change of pace, I think, for it. I've gotten used
Did
to
you
it
guys?
with my 8-bit Doe arcade stick.
Yeah. Did you guys think whenever I remember hearing uh Michael B talk about iconic arcade like jokingly and like how they were in GameStops and like he more or less was just kind of having a laugh about them because they were just so out of the game that now like a year later they're like the main front runner like, like in the home arcade community
They just took over.
like they just like took off It's like now everyone's like, "Whoa, Iconic
And the,
Arcade!"
and the ones we're talking about is My Arcade and Iconic
Yeah,
Arcade.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm just like so surprised that yeah.
Everybody's saying you're out of sync. I said I know.
Yeah, it's gotta be Restream. Like you get 3 people on here
It's
and it does
restream.
Hello.
that.
So maybe if I move my lips like
Eh,
this, it'll be in
oh
sync.
God.
Man. Um,
Let's put the icon up. People would get
yeah, there
distracted.
you
You're not
go.
wrong, Papa Brad. Not at all.
Um, also too, I know, I think it was Fox as well as James Hates Everything was talking about some of the My Arcade stuff. You guys seen any of that? Like, just
Other
a
than
little
what y'all
clips?
posted in chat about the little pro pinball player, I saw that, and I saw.
Yeah. What do you
I
think?
mean,
What do you think, bro?
I couldn't
I'm
see on the image what tables were on there. I know it's 7 tables.
it's the Balls of Steel, the Balls of Steel
Balls of Steel
collection.
collection. I have to look that up.
I actually have it on CD somewhere around here, and actually the original version.
Let's
So
see.
that's the only ones I've seen. Um,
These are some of his.
I know James has got a video of it.
there it is, Balls of
This
Steel.
is.
Yeah.
It's
All right,
got
Centipede
like
looks
there's a
dope.
yeah. It's got they got a little joystick controller with a spinner and buttons on there. A controller. Their game console they're coming out with apparently.
I might have to download this from Steam. These kind of look like Magic Pixels. Big Boat
And
Interactive.
then this is the handheld that everyone's talking about too.
Okay.
Which one? There's like 2 or 3 of them they
Well,
announced. They have one with the number
this is the
pad.
one
And,
that's got the Capcom and Namco uh, one in there.
oh, okay.
Yeah, and then this here is their um
See, that one looks better than the
No, man. This all looks like
graffiti one.
trash.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm like, dude, it's like I don't know what it is, but this just looks bad to me.
None of this
like,
looks fun, man.
it looks like
Yeah, why are we talking about this crap? Just show the pinball thing. That's the only thing I
oh,
care
you want the
about.
pinball thing? But look at this. Look at this. I mean, I'm sorry. It just all looks like trash. This thing,
Let
it just looks like
let the people
it
at the
looks.
show pick it
It's
up
got
and
a
look at the
spinner.
back and and the bottom of it, man. Let them get this out of the glass, man.
I don't understand.
Yeah, I can't
Y'all
even touch
treating
it.
this like
Oh,
it's
it's so
$1,000
pristine.
equipment. It is $50 at most.
Yeah, and look at the
It's gonna
marquee.
be
Like it
at
just looks so bad. I'm
Oh
like, I don't.
no.
next year this time. They're all gonna be at Five Below.
Okay, where is the? There's a Sega.
But yeah, this is what was it? Mike the bad guy. He was happy about the Sega. I mean, your
Oh
kid's gonna like
god.
it.
Oh my
I
god.
can't
Look at
wait
that.
to see this at
No.
Five Below, man. I
Five
can't wait to
Below.
see.
This goes to
Look at that
Five
Sega
Below.
sticker.
Yes.
It's Five Below, man. I'm dead serious. Five Below has all this stuff.
No, man. I'm not interested in any of this stuff, dude. This right here to me is 4 years step backwards.
Look at
No,
that
man.
It's
joystick.
so bad. It's so bad. Oh gosh, it's like watching a train
This is
wreck.
terrible. You guys, everybody's hyping this up. I'm like, come on, guys,
Okay,
get
this is the
real.
pinball. This
There
is
we
the
go.
pinball.
Now this is cool.
See, this is
This
to
is
me,
cool.
this is unique, and this is like
Yeah.
something
Yes.
different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I
7
can get behind
Atari
this.
pinball games. Like I've never played them before, so that's kind of cool.
I wish it would turn on. Like I don't think he shows it with it on. He just kind of
Hell
shows it
no.
off. I'm sure.
It needs pup packs though. I'm gonna have to call up Meatball Saucy and see about getting pup packs
So
on
no
it.
one's
But yeah.
interested in these handhelds at all, the Atari one or anything like that.
No, nobody wants that crap.
This one was only
It's
interesting to
just the
me
pinball,
because
man.
of the remote control buttons. Like I was like, that'd be kind of interesting, but like probably not worth me buying. Another handheld for. Plus the spinner. I'm like, or the trackball. I'm like, where? How would you even use that? Like you'd have to set the whole thing down, and I don't know. It was just weird.
As long as it has a
But
stand.
No, nobody's mocking the pinball. That's actually the only thing I like is the pinball.
That's basically it. That's what we've gotten so far. I mean,
James has got one too. James hates everything. It's about the same. I think they're like taping right next to each other because it's like they come back to back. It's a short right there.
yeah, it's the same. Yeah,
Yeah,
same
same
thing.
thing.
That'd be kind of neat. Like that one, I could kind of see
I
like you actually maybe playing a little bit. Okay, it shows his shows a little bit closer. So what games?
I would like to see Mr. Encoder get a hold of
Oh
that
yeah,
and see what we can actually get on that sucker. If that sucker could get side loaded and we can put a ton of
All right,
tables
so
yeah.
on it.
Atari Pinball Balls of Steel. Um, it actually comes with 5 classic Balls of Steel tables: Barbarian, Dark Side, Firestorm, Mutation, Devil's Island. But it also has 2 Atari themed tables on it: Centipede and Missile Command.
Oh, nice. And it says officially licensed titles, and this is classic
Here, I
wood
can actually
construction.
share
So
the
they're
trailer with you from Steam.
okay.
So
So
y'all,
we can get an
yeah, so you
idea
can get
what
an
we're
idea
Let
of
me
what
looking
you're
at.
stop
yeah.
sharing this.
You know, it reminds me of that. That's cool and all, but then I think about that little thing you had in Chicago.
Oh, for the
Galaga
Switch,
guy, that thing for your
yeah,
Switch that made it into a pinball
yeah.
machine. And I'm
What's that
sitting
thing
there
called?
going,
It's a holder.
I almost like, yeah, I'm almost just like, okay, I'll just go buy
Yeah,
that.
that's like $10 too.
Yeah, so there's
It was
Centipede and
10
there's Missile
bucks, yeah.
Command. Like, it's pretty cool.
And I wonder if you get Balls of Steel on
Are you sending
Switch.
this to me in Discord, or are you sending me it in?
Oh, sorry, I sent in a
Um,
restream, bro.
I'm not seeing it in the
Well,
private chat.
I'm
Private chat. Hit the private chat.
no, I did screen sharing.
No, it's not in private chat.
Yeah,
Oh, you're screen sharing it.
Oh,
I
You got to
can't.
put it up then.
It won't let
here,
me.
there it is.
No,
Oh,
he
you got it.
does.
There it
Okay,
is.
so
Yeah,
let me replay the
There he
trailer.
goes.
yeah. My
Yeah,
bad. That was me.
there we go.
I just remember my son picked this up at a garage sale somewhere, and he's like, "Oh, it's called
Oops.
Balls of Steel," and he thought it was hilarious, and so he picked it.
Yeah, so it's 5 regular tables that they made. And then it comes with 2 Atari tables, which is Centipede and Missile Command, which they don't look bad. Yeah, there's Centipede, and then there's Missile Command. It's not that bad considering what it is, and to be able to play it on like a little miniature pinball machine or whatever. These, I guess, their own tables or whatever. It's not bad. So I
Don't
guess
you guys have a show coming up, LOL? Yeah, tomorrow. Yeah, I mean, it's. I guess for me, I don't know. I just don't like my arcade. I'm sorry. I just feel like it's cheap junk. like, these are cool though. I mean, you can buy them on Steam and play them on there.
Yeah, let me see how much it is real quick. $8.99 for 7
$8.99.
tables. I mean, and it
There you go.
requires like hardly any processing power to run at all.
Yeah. Well, it is. This is officially made with wood, though. They went out of their plastic realm and they made. That's
Whoa!
you're getting great quality whenever they have to announce that they're making something out of wood. Like it's made out of wood. Can you believe it?
Oh my gosh!
But yeah, So that's the My Arcade stuff that they've seen so far, and so far I'm not impressed. Um,
What?
Biggie disagrees. He says My Arcade rules, so he'll probably be picking up some of that stuff.
Go right ahead, man. Teachers their own.
Yep.
That's the thing. We you can like it. You
Yeah,
can if you
teachers their
want it.
own,
You
man.
can
It's
do
just
it.
it's not my thing, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
So should I just
There
do
you go.
this?
So everybody like
Everybody's bugged.
like, why are you off? Why are you
There
off?
you go.
Yeah.
I think that'll make MG very happy.
There
And
you
we
go.
can mute you too. I can mute you. That'll make me even happier. But yeah. So as far as what we've experienced so far with CES, did you guys have anything else you wanted to highlight or say, or um, Anything you're looking forward to that you want to talk about?
What about that handheld, chaotic with the Legions Go with the Steam
So you
OS?
got the Lenovo Legion Go S model that comes with Steam OS or Windows. They have both models. The black one I think is Steam. The white one's going to be Windows. Um, it's very similar to the one I own, except for you can't take the controllers off of the actual machine. Um, the handheld anyway. Doesn't come with a you know I guess a rest or whatever you call it, the back panel that folds out. Stand, kickstand. There we go. That's what I was trying to think of. And it's an 8-inch screen instead of 8.8, and it has the Z2 Go processor. So it's slightly less powerful than a Z1 Extreme, but it's going to be better optimized and run better with Steam properties, games, and stuff like that. So it's good, and it starts at $499, which is even better. They also make like I know the Best Buy one's showing at $749, and it comes with a terabyte uh, hard drive SSD, and it also has 32 gigabytes of system RAM. So that's the big thing right here, 32 gigabytes of RAM. Um, they did show the prototype for the Legion Go 2, and I'm super excited about that because of the Z2 Extreme chip. But we don't know what the price that's going to be, and we don't know how long it's going to be before that comes out. They just showed a prototype, which is it looks a hell of a lot more comfortable than the Legion Go. So I'm excited about that.
Do you have anything you could share so they can kind of know what you're talking about? Because the mystery encoder is
Sure.
um,
Let me pull it up.
curious.
Yeah, that was the only big announcement I've seen was that, and people are excited. And the biggest excitement is the Steam OS. It's going to have a Steam
Right.
OS option, so it's going to you can either choose Windows or Steam OS, but it's slightly different chipset on the Steam OS one to compete with the to more in line with like the Steam Deck. I just think it's cool that they opened it
All
up.
right. I added it. There you go.
Yep, I got it
So
up there.
good God, with all the abs forwards. Godly. But yeah,
It's everything now.
Steam OS software is going to be available for it. It's got the 8-inch screen, and they also have a Windows 11 version as well. That's the Windows 11 version right there, the white one. It's got a trackpad. They changed the directional control pad from a 4-way to a 8-way, so now you're able to play fighting games better on it. Just and then they have a locking mechanism for the triggers on the back, so that if you're playing a first-person shooter, you can click the button faster, to be able to shoot faster. And then they also have the other way where you can play racing games and do the actual full throw of the L2 R2 buttons and be able to like do it like throttle like a gas pedal.
So that's going to be like the DualSense has that option where it
Yeah.
can lock a
Yeah,
trigger
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and do that. Or you can just get the trigger mug,
That's
right,
right. Just buy the trigger
Sheldon?
mug.
Get the trigger mug.
Right. So yeah, here's the pricing. The Go S with Windows is going to be $729. And then they got another smaller version for $599, and then they got the Steam OS version that's going to be $499. So I like the fact, but if I was to get another handheld or the upgraded version of the handheld, I will wait for the Legion Go 2, because that's going to be the big boy that I'd be super excited about, because it has the curved controllers that detach. Oh my god, the freaking ads. Jesus Christ, go away. You know what? Screw it, man. I'm getting off. There we go. I can't take that.
It's cool. It's cool.
Oh, you
Block
reading something?
Origins, guys.
Boom, big ad.
Block
There you go,
Origins.
buddy. Read that.
Yeah, anymore that's the way it is. It's like unfortunately a lot of those they do that. Um uh, but yeah. So hopefully we'll hear more about CES. Was there anything that else you're looking forward to, Gamer Fridge, that you were looking at all?
What about the salt spoon?
Uh,
S-
I don't care
Do
about
Where
the
you
is that
salt
coming
spoon.
from? I keep hearing about the salt food.
Yeah, everybody keeps on talking about salt spoon. They're talking
go
about
to
it in our
you didn't
chat. I'm like,
watch
what the heck
James
are you guys
Hates
talking about?
Everything's video. He
uh,
actually checked
That's
it
right.
out. They were
Salt
serving bowls of
spoon.
Okay.
ramen,
No.
and you didn't need to add salt. You just eat it, and the
Salt
and the
spoon.
electricity in the spoon makes your brain taste salt,
Huh.
Oh my gosh.
but it's
But
not
it's
real salt.
not real
Yeah, there's
salt?
no salt added whatsoever, but your brain thinks you just tasted salt.
So y
It's a lie.
Hmm.
The spoon's
okay.
a lie. Yeah.
The spoon's
The
a
liar
lie, the
spoon,
cake's a
not the
lie.
salty spoon.
The only thing I like Mystery Encoder said, Wonderland, I was wondering they were supposed to be there, and I haven't heard anything from them, and I would really like to know more about, what's going on
Oh,
with
really?
them.
They were supposed to be there?
That's the one. Yeah, that's what they said when we interviewed them.
Huh.
You
Yeah.
know? But, I haven't heard anything,
We have
and
that too coming
I
up.
don't know
So
if they're gonna make an
you got these
announcement.
cabs, you got Wonderland coming out. It's like, man,
Yeah, out of
we
all the
got
new stuff that's gotten, like, announced, I'm super excited about Wonderland the most.
yeah,
Yeah, me too.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, vape spoon. That's exactly right, Bobby.
The vape spoon.
So they have one that makes you think you're vaping, but you're not?
There is no spoon, Neo.
There is no spoon.
Okay. Well, all right. Well, I think that's a good place to stop. We've been a little over an hour here, guys, and yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
we
it's
have
good.
our show, Arcades Anonymous, tomorrow night at 9 o'clock. Normally, we do not stream at this time, but so much stuff was happening. We're like, let's just get on and talk about it. So we'll probably talk about it more on there.
Couldn't
So
hold
he'll
it
hear
in.
not only our opinions, but you also get everyone else's, Matt's and Joel's and Todd's and Stock Jocks and just everyone's. So it'll be a good time like it always is every single week. So make sure you stop on by there and you check us out over there, as well as on no Thursday, no your retro, right?
No Yo Retro until probably maybe January 30th if we want to talk about Space Shuttle Deluxe.
Okay.
Otherwise, we'll wait till Zen comes out, and that'll be February 13th when they release the first pack, which is supposedly Star Wars, but we don't know anymore because they, you know, took that schedule away.
And tonight, usually Rascal and Shotgun Sean are on, but Rascal said there's not going to be a show this week. But plenty of people do get on to golf. So if you have MetaQuest 2 or 3 and you still want to hang out, I'm sure there'll be plenty of people on there playing. Me and
Are you guys getting
this
on
guy
it all?
down here, we have a show Mondays. Make sure that you check us out Mondays at 6 o'clock. It's called Open Fridge on his channel. So make sure you go to Gamer Fridge's channel and subscribe and like. Hit the like button here. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Go to everyone's channels and do all that stuff. We might see you on some golf tonight, so it'll be a good time. So and I forgot to make an outro because we did this so fast. So this is just going to end suddenly. Everyone, enjoy.